North Carolina, we have a problem no one is talking about.
70% of disabled adults in North Carolina are unemployed or underemployed.
Every day in North Carolina, people with disabilities, chronic illnesses, and neurodivergence are losing jobs. Not because they can't do the work, but because workplaces aren't built to support them. Families are exhausted trying to advocate alone. Here's the truth most people never hear. Disabled adults are at a much higher risk of becoming homeless, not because they can't work, but because they lose jobs that could have been saved with the right support. National homelessness recently hit a record high with more than 650,000 people affected, and disabled North Carolinians are a big part of that picture. In our state alone, homelessness jumped 19% in just 1 year. And many of those cases involve people who lost income after being pushed out of the workforce.
When someone with a disability loses their job, the slide into housing instability can happen fast. Rent doesn't wait. Medical bills don't wait. And without workplace advocacy or accommodations, people are left with no safety net at all. It's not a lack of ability that puts them at risk. It's a lack of support.
Stress hits disabled and chronically ill people harder than most folks realize. When someone is constantly fighting to be understood at work, explaining symptoms, begging for accommodations, or bracing for conflict, their body stays in a state of high alert. That kind of stress triggers inflammation, flares chronic conditions, and makes pain, fatigue, and immune issues worse. And when inflammation spikes, people miss work. Not because they want to, but because their bodies simply can't keep up with the pressure.
That's where real workplace advocacy makes a difference. When someone has an advocate who helps them communicate, get accommodations, and feel safe, their stress levels drop, their inflammation drops, their symptoms stabilize, they miss fewer days, they recover faster, and they stay in the workforce longer. Advocacy isn't just about fairness. It's literally about protecting people's health so they can keep their jobs and live their lives.
Workers with any mental illness have 1.7 to 2.2 times higher odds of experiencing work interruptions, and those with severe mental illness have up to 3.8 times higher odds of missing more than a week of work in a given month.
People who lose their jobs and develop depression afterward have 67% lower odds of being re-employed within 4 years, compared to people without depressive symptoms. But what if every workplace had someone trained to help?
Someone who understands disability, accommodations, communication, and support?
Someone whose entire job is to make sure the workplace is safer, kinder, and more inclusive.
An advocate who is there to be the bridge between the struggles of being employed with a disability and a successful, fulfilling work week. Meet the Special Needs Workplace Advocate, a certified professional who understands disability, communication, accommodations, and humanity.
They help employees feel safe. They help supervisors feel confident. They help businesses keep great people.
This isn't just about jobs. It's about dignity. It's about stability. It's about giving every North Carolinian a fair chance to succeed.
North Carolina can lead the nation. Let's build workplaces where everyone belongs.